When World War II ended in 1945, a number of existing and emerging airframe manufacturers developed new aircraft hoping to capitalize on the widely anticipated post-war boom in general aviation. One of those was the Anderson-Greenwood AG-14, which first flew on October 1, 1947. After a few years of redesigning and tweaking, the aircraft earned its type certificate on June 1, 1950. It sold for $4,200, about the same as a new Cadillac of that era. Such a price, Anderson and Greenwood hoped, would help to make the popular dream of an airplane in every garage come true. The AG-14 is an attractive two-place monoplane with an egg-shaped fuselage, containing a rear-mounted engine and a pusher prop. The tail booms have rectangular cross-sections and lead aft to an H-tail reminiscent of the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. The narrow-chord rectangular wings have an unusually large 9.6:1 aspect ratio. The left wing root contains the single-point refueling receptacle, and 24 gallons of avgas flow from there to a center tank between the cabin and the engine. Mechanics were delighted with the engine accessibility. You simply raise the hood as you would that of an automobile. Cockpit entry is effortless and automobile-like through a single door on the right. Neither the left nor the right window can be opened for ground ventilation, so the cockpit gets toasty on warm days. You can hold the door open while taxiing, but there's no prop wash from ahead to provide cooling. The cockpit is roomy and comfortable. The baggage compartment behind the bench-type seats can hold 250 pounds, but is inaccessible in flight. There are 4 pedals on the floor ahead of the pilot instead of the customary 2. 2 of them control the single rudder, which is attached to the left vertical stabilizer. These pedals, however, are not used for nose wheel steering. Like the air coupe, the nose wheel is operated with the control wheel. The 3rd pedal, to the right of the rudder pedals, operates the right and left hydraulic brakes simultaneously, another attempt to make the AG-14 as much like an automobile as possible. Differential braking is not possible. Directional control during the takeoff and landing ground roll, obviously, is maintained with the control wheel. Without an engine to block the view, forward visibility is unobscured, and with the wings behind the cockpit, visibility to the side is equally outstanding, much like that of a helicopter. Performance is similar to the early model Cessna 150s. The AG-14 climbs at 630 feet per minute and cruises at 110 miles per hour. With the approved substitute of a 100 horsepower Continental O200B, climb performance is sprightlier. The ailerons produce little adverse yaw, and the slip-skid ball stays in its cage whether using coordinated rudder input or not. After a while, you might simply take your feet off the pedals and rest them flat on the floor. The vertical stabilizers are small, and there's no vertical surface area that would be contributed by a conventional fuselage. Consequently, the aircraft has weak yaw stability. Wing dihedral outboard of the booms is a steep 7 degrees, and lateral stability is outstanding. Combine this with the small rudder and you can understand why only shallow slipping is possible. Elevator movement is limited, as it is on the air coupe. This makes both aircraft stall and spin resistant. Intentional spins, it appears, are virtually impossible. Aerobatics are not approved. Only 5 AG-14s were built, and the airplane used for this report, serial number 3, is one of possibly 2 surviving examples. Now, unfortunately, the AG-14 was introduced at the beginning of the Korean War when building materials came under tight control. As a result of this and the failure of the post-war boom to materialize, especially for two-place airplanes, the petite fork-tailed pusher did not have an opportunity to evolve into something better. November 314 Alpha Golf currently is owned by Asher Ward, an aircraft broker in Van Nuys, California, who specializes in buying and selling unusual aircraft. Anyone interested in additional information about the Anderson-Greenwood AG-14 can call him at area code 818-780-6969 or send an email to classicairvny@aol.com.